Hey guys, how are you all doing? My name is Andrew and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing something I haven't done for quite some time. I am making a Sneak Energy video. Enjoy. So last year I created a video and it was titled How to Make Sneak Energy. I thought nothing of the video at the time. I just put a video together and I uploaded it to YouTube. And when I made the video at the time, I made it because I drank Sneak at the time. It was a product that I enjoyed and it was a product that I actually felt I could make a fairly good review on. Little did I know, and I mean very little did I know, that that video would actually skyrocket and take off in such a way that it's now sitting at just over 12,000, about 12,500 views, which it blows my mind so much. It really does, and I can't thank you guys enough for that, and every single person that watches that video, and this one in fact, I can't thank you enough. However, because of its popularity and because of the everlasting overwhelming fact that that video wasn't really aimed at being a professional big viewed video, I didn't put a lot of work into it. Now when I say that, I mean I didn't really go into detail, and some of the questions that I started to see come in the comments of that video were sort of reoccurring, the bits that I hadn't gone over essentially. So what I'm going to do today, I've been meaning to do this for months and months, I finally sat down and I'm doing it. I am going to sit down, I'm going to make two Sneak Energies. I'm going to make one from a tub and I'm going to make one from a packet, because they're the questions I saw lots of. I saw so many questions about packets and how you make them with packets, so I'm going to go over that in this video. So I'm also rocking a bit of a dual camera setup here. It's the very first time I've ever done this, and when I created the video last year I didn't have two cameras. I literally had the one Canon 750D. However, now I've got the Sony as well, I'm actually able to do dual camera setups. So let's zoom over to this camera. I've got my two shakers over here and I'm gonna be making some Sneak Energy for you and showing you essentially step by step with a more detailed description how I go about doing that. So let me show these two on the main camera here. So I mean they're exactly the same, they've both got cold water in it, so we'll go with the purple one because I feel like it looks better on camera. We have two shakers here which have both got 500 millilitres of water in it. These shakers have been in my fridge overnight last night and all of today. It's currently 8:30 in the evening here, and that's the first point and the first question that I saw all of the goddamn time, and it was, Andrew, how much water do we put with our powder? And it's simple. You can do whatever you wish. It's all about experimenting. I personally, my video, my reasons and views and all that kind of stuff, but I personally do 500 millilitres of water per serving. So let me start off with the tub. So this is a tub of Cherry Bomb. It's one of Sneak Energy's flavours, and to be honest with you, it's one of my all-time favourites because just of the insane taste, and especially when mixed with ice, it goes really well on a hot summer's day. So you take the lid off and you take the ice blocker out, then you open up your tub of Sneak here, and then the tubs, every single tub comes with a little scoopy like this, just to scoop out the powder. Every single tub without fail comes with one of these. I've never known a tub not to come with a scoop, and I have about 20 tubs sitting up on the shelf up there which I've ordered in the past. Then we scoop out a scoop here of powder, and I just tap it on the side of the tub until it's about an even heaped scoop, which is fine, and then I drop it into the water like so. I put the lid back on the tub, I put the lid back on the shaker, remembering the ice cap as well, and then without any further ado I go ahead, make sure that the lid is down, you only make that mistake once. Believe me, it makes a mess. You only do it once. But you make sure that's screwed tight and down, and then you shake everything up together. Okay, so that's all shaken up now. I know that I cut that shot, but another question I got quite frequently was, how long do you shake your drinks for? Anywhere, I think I did about 15 seconds there in all fairness, but for me personally, anywhere sort of between 10 seconds to 30 seconds has always worked quite well. I also always shake my drinks before I take a sip of it, just so that the powders all mix in once again with the drink. Very nice. So there's two different options that Sneak go for with regards to powder. The first being the tub that I've just shown you, and then the second being this little packet here, which has single servings in them, and they are probably quite handy if you are on the go, or if you're out and about and you want a drink, or you don't have a big enough bag to carry a tub, say, with you. I've never really had this problem because I've either been at home or I take a drink with stuff already pre-shaken into it. However, I will show you for the purpose of this video how you make a Sneak Energy with a packet. So you open the shaker up like normal and take out the ice blocker. It's not really essential to take out the ice blocker. The only time it becomes essential is if you're actually adding ice cubes to the drink itself, then it becomes a bit more essential. However, in this case I'm not adding ice. I don't feel that there's a need. I don't feel like it makes it any better to have ice in there. If it's hot, like in the summertime, I always add ice because it keeps the drink colder for longer. However, in the wintertime it's pretty chilly here, to be fair, so we don't really need to. Then we open up the packet by simply tearing at it, watching all of the powder fumes go everywhere. Then we dispose of that part there. Then this opens up almost like a bag of crisps or a bag of chips if you're in America. And then you see the powder inside. And then we go right ahead and apply all of that powder to the 500 ml of water, like so. Then the ice block goes back in, the lid goes back on, spins down tight, make sure the cap's in, and then once again we shake. Okay, and I've shaken for, again, probably about 10 to 30 seconds, somewhere along that nether region, and then I'm just going to taste this one to actually see if there's any kind of a difference in taste. No, none whatsoever. Both drinks taste identical. Okay, and then now I'm just going to answer some of the most common questions that I saw in the comment section from the video last year. Some of these questions, by the way, we've covered in the video today already, and some are fresh, but I'm going to answer them all anyway, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. Do packets taste different to tubs? As I've just found out with the Cherry Bomb, this particular flavour doesn't. I have never come across packets tasting different to tubs. The only exception to that might well be the blue raspberry, I think it is. I seem to remember the tub being a slight bit different, but nothing really overly major. But otherwise, no, they're exactly the same, and so they should be. You know, it's a carbon copy, and Sneak have really hit that nail on the head. How do I get rid of the powdery aftertaste? To be honest, I think you've just got to experiment with it. If you've never drunk Sneak before, or any kind of powdered energy drink for that matter before, just experiment with the amounts. I mean, I do a scoop to 500 of water. I think on the tubs and packets, and also on Sneak's website, it does say to do 300 to 400. So if you're doing that, but maybe it's not quite working for you, top it up with a bit more water. Or I think these bottles actually are 700 ml bottles. So I mean, just add more water. As long as you're not adding more powder with it, then you should be absolutely fine. Just give it a go, mix them up, see how you get on. If you find that it's too powdery, maybe try half a scoop to 500 of water and then add bits of powder after. It's all about experimentation and just seeing what works best for you. Do the tubs come with scoops? I've covered this in the video. Yes, they do. I've never known a tub not to. I've got about 18 to 20 tubs up there. I can't remember the count exactly, but there's a fair few up there, and I've never not had a scoop, and I've always seen one with an actual Sneak Bunny logo on it. So I mean, the branding is just next level, and the consistency from Sneak is next level as well. But yes, every tub that I've ever had has always had a scoop with it. It might be buried somewhere in there eventually, but if you just grab like a kitchen spoon or a teaspoon, or you can do it with your fingers, I can't stand doing it, but you can do it, and you just dig around and find it'll be in there somewhere. And my voice just went super high. Fantastic. Next question. How can I make the cup measurements easier to see? I'm glad this question's come up actually, because they are pretty difficult to see. I mean, you've really got to put them to the light before you can see like where the numbers and stuff are. What I did, especially on like the white shakers, I think I had a winter white shaker before, and it was awful. I couldn't see it. So what I actually did is got a marker pen, and on each 100 mils I put a line so I could see where I was at and how much more I had left to drink. Use permanent marker. It will wear away over time and through washing, but then you can just reapply it. It's probably the easiest way that I can specifically think of. It's what I've done in the past and it worked really well for me. So yeah, that's my suggestion to that one. Why do I personally drink Sneak Energy, and do I use it for workouts and that kind of thing? No, I don't. I don't drink energy drinks for workouts. In fact, I don't really work out, but even if I did, then no, I wouldn't. I feel like water is the best possible source to refuel your body whilst you're working out, and then if you want an energy drink afterwards or what have you, then that's fine. However, I'm not a gym expert nor a fitness expert, so please don't take anything I say. Just take it all a pinch of salt is what we're saying here. But for me personally, no, I don't drink Sneak for the energy boost. I don't drink energy powder drinks either for the energy boost. I solely drink these type of drinks for the taste and the flavour, and something to drink during the day, and also something to make YouTube videos on. So the next question was how long to shake the shaker for. We've gone over this in enough detail. Experiment with it. If you feel like you're not shaking long enough, then you can. There's no limit as to how long you shouldn't not shake for. However, for me, anything between 10 and 30 seconds. Is Sneak okay to be made the night before and put in the fridge for the next day? Yes, absolutely. I often leave my powdered energy drinks, be that Sneak or other brands, I often leave them half a cup or whatever in the fridge and then mix it up with stuff the next day. The powder will have gone to the bottom a lot more, but as long as you shake it up well, you should be absolutely fine. Do you need to use bottled water, or can you use tap water when making Sneak? There is no official ruling on this. You can use bottled water to make it if you would prefer, and you can also use tap water to make it if you would prefer. I've used both. I see no difference whatsoever in taste. I've never done it side by side. However, I've used both in the past, and I can honestly say, hand on heart, I never see a difference. I use tap water more just because it's more readily available to me. However, it's never made a difference in the past, and at the end of the day, water's water. Just whatever you have available to you to use, you can use absolutely fine. What Sneak flavours or products do you recommend? I don't personally recommend anything to anyone. The only thing I will recommend is that you go out and you get yourself a starter kit. It comes, or at least when I started drinking Sneak anyway, it came with a shaker, and it also came with 6 or 7 different flavours, I think it was. It's honestly the best way to get to know which ones you want. Then you can go and buy tubs, because at the end of the day, if you buy a tub and you don't like the flavour, it's a lot of wasted powder, and it's actually also a lot of wasted money entirely. So I don't personally recommend, when people come to me and say what's your favourite, what flavour do you recommend, I don't personally say I recommend Cherry Bomb because it's absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm allowed to say it's amazing, of course, but I don't go out of my way per se to recommend anything to anyone, just purely and simply because everybody's different. Everybody has different taste palettes and taste buds and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know which flavour you like the most, then I suggest going out and getting a starter kit. By the way, if you would like to go ahead and purchase a starter kit, I will have a special link in the video description down below, which will enable you to get a bit of money off your first starter kit. How cold does the water need to be to make Sneak? Yeah, as you can probably tell, that one made me chuckle a little bit. However, it's a serious question, so I will answer it, of course. As you would have heard, I made these two drinks that I've just done the reviews on today. I made them with water that had been in the fridge since yesterday lunchtime, so about 36 hours it's been in there for, so it's nice and cold. It doesn't need to be in there that long. You can make it with everyday regular tap water, it doesn't matter, you don't have to put it in the fridge. It's just, at the end of the day, personal preference to the said person. I prefer my drinks to be cold, so that way they last a bit longer. That's why, as I said earlier in the video, in the summertime I will add ice to my drinks so that they keep and maintain longer. However, yeah, it doesn't matter, everyone to their own, and just at the end of the day, as I've said so many times in this video already, experiment with it. It's the only way you're gonna know. And the final question is, do you think Sneak is overpriced? To be honest with you guys, no I don't, not really. It can be expensive if you're buying 3 or 4 tubs of the stuff at the same time. I understand where the thought of, do you think it's expensive, comes from. However, if you weigh up the options between a single serving of Sneak out of a 40 serving tub versus going to the local supermarket store and getting a can of everyday energy drink, they can be a couple of £1 to go. So to be honest with you, a tub 35, it's not, I mean, these servings aren't even costing you £1 a serving. It's like 98p or something like that, so in the UK at least. So when you weigh up the options like that and you look at it from that perspective, I honestly think that they're not that expensive at all. Actually, I think they're quite cheap. However, that doesn't compromise quality or flavour or any of that. Sneak absolutely have that covered down to the ground. And that is going to do it for my video today. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you very, very much for all of the awesome support on everything to do with my channel, and thank you all very much for the very awesome support on the video that I created last year. Hopefully this one goes a lot more into detail. I'm sorry if it's lasted a long time. However, I wanted to get everything into this video so that there's no questions left unanswered. However, if there is something that I didn't mention that you would like to know, please put it in the comment section down below and I'll do my very best to answer your guys' questions. If you enjoyed the video nonetheless, please be sure to hit like and do not forget to hit subscribe. I create just about anything on this channel. I am going to be doing more Sneak content in the future. I don't do a lot of Sneak anymore just because I've branched out to other things. However, I do have some Sneak content planned for the future, so be on the lookout for that one. But until next time, my name's Andrew, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Adios!